Welcome back to Green Hell Survivors, where you've survived your first couple of days. Somehow. Congratulations. But don't get too comfortable. The jungle's just getting started. In this part, we're moving beyond the basics. I'll show you how to set up a more permanent base camp. I'll also show you how to get through all the various ailments and illnesses that come with surviving in this game. Sharpen your stone axe, check for leeches, and let's dive back into the chaos of Green Hell. After getting your coconut bowls down, you want to start a small shelter that you'll be able to use to save the game, because trust me, you're going to need to right away. These little lean-to shelters are inexpensive and they don't take a lot of materials to craft. You could also use them to keep your fire out of the rain, just like in the starting area. As soon as you have this thing crafted, you want to save your game, because the dangers become real very fast, as you can see here. This jaguar snuck on me just as I was completing my shelter. Now with the armor and stuff that we prepared in part 1, I was able to fend him off and get him to run away. Next, use your shelter to get a fire going. Just like before. There's more dead birds around, so you can start crafting more arrows. There are a lot of capybaras and tarpons right near that area, and if you place your shot right, you can take them out with one spear to the head. And when you harvest these guys, you get tons of valuable resources. Meat and bones are some of the most important items you can have in this game. Okay, for true safety, it's time to get up off the ground. Small tree platform will give you a place to escape predators and natives, and it's not that expensive to craft. You just need some logs, some long sticks, and some rope. Then you'll have to go back in and create the platform for you to stand on once you get up there. Make sure you have a rope in your inventory so that you can craft this climbing place so you can get up onto the platform whenever you need to. Once that's crafted, you have a place to get up off the ground and escape predators. And trust me, you will be seeing some predators very soon. Here's a couple of examples of why you really need this platform. I'm able to take down this tribesman pretty easily with the bow once I climbed up to the platform and escaped him. The second time the jaguar came for me, I was able to take him out from the safety of the platform and harvest him for valuable materials and resources. Once you started collecting bones, you can switch to bone armor, which is better than stick armor. Craft it and equip it the same way you did the stick armor. We already discussed leeches briefly, but here's what they look like, and you just have to pick them off. Now we'll dig deeper into ailments and how to cure them. Mulinaria leaves are the basic leaves used for bandages in this game. You can identify them by the yellow flowers connected to this bush. Craft them into basic bandages, and then from there, there's more options. Scratches, cuts, and abrasions look like this whenever you're checking for them on your body. This is a lily plant. You can identify it by its purple flowers and white trimmed leaves. It can be used as a disinfectant bandage to cure basic scrapes, scratches, and abrasions, just like the one we saw. You just have to open up the crafting menu and craft it along with a regular bandage. The tobacco plant has pink leaves. You can use it to cure a sting or a bite from anything venomous. Same process as before for creating a tobacco bandage. Here's an example of a snake bite. Just have to apply that tobacco bandage and it'll start to heal. For a lot of these venomous injuries, you'll also get a fever. But a fever can be reduced just by sleeping it off, so it's not that big of a deal. As you sleep, you can see the fever and the venom indicators going down. You can also use campfire ash as a bandage that'll help cure abrasions and infectious wounds. Honey bandages are effective against infected wounds and venom wounds, but they're a little bit more tricky to get. Make sure you keep your distance when knocking down the beehive, and then wait until the bees leave before you approach and grab the honey. After that, just follow the same steps as before to make a honey bandage. These are worms. To get rid of worms, you have to stick them with a bone needle or a fish bone, and that'll get rid of them, and then you just have to bandage them for them to heal. Now, stomach bugs. This little kneeling person icon is when you have food poisoning. You could use charcoal from your campfire to reduce this symptom by 1 per piece of charcoal. Probably the most effective thing you can use to cure this would be blue mushrooms that you can find on these large trees. If you don't have any of those things available, you can just sleep it off. You'll probably wake up dehydrated and very thirsty. If you don't heal yourself, eventually you'll get an infection. You know it's an infection when the wound has a green tint to it. For infections, use maggots that you find on dead carcasses throughout the jungle. Next, sleep off the fever. Once the maggots do their job, you'll still have to bandage the wound. Oh, don't forget to wash yourself to prevent further infections in the future. And that wraps up part 2 of this Green Hell Beginner's Guide. By now you should have a solid base, some fancy bandages, and hopefully fewer leeches clinging to your legs. Surviving in Green Hell isn't easy, but hey, if you can handle venomous bites, infections, and a surprise jaguar attack, you're well on your way to becoming a true rainforest warrior. If you found this guide helpful, or just enjoys watching me struggle, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment about your worst jungle moment so far. Stay safe, watch out for the bees, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for joining the Bare Bone Survivor for this 2-part Green Hell Beginner's Guide. I look forward to seeing you in the future.